ain't drinking no brown Patron when I'm drinking. I gave you my heart and you full like a blanket. My brother, he gone, so my thoughts steady racing. 3-5 sour pat what I.
Sup, Sticks TV gang? We got HoneyKomb Tekk coming straight out of Greenville, South Carolina. Before the 1860s, Greenville was the home of the Cherokee Indians before European settlers took over the land. HoneyKomb Tekk is from a tight-knit community called Nickeltown, Fieldcrest to be exact. Nickeltown is located about 1 mile away from downtown Greenville. It sits west of Lawrence Road, and the east side of Nickeltown is cut off by the Ready River. Back in 1849, the slave owner by the name of Elisha Green died, and his daughter Dorcas Green would inherit the land. But since her dad was in so much debt, the land would be subdivided, seized, and sold off to many other families to pay off his debt. By the 1870s, 9 black families had settled in what is now known as Nickeltown. Most of these early Nickeltown residents had been slaves and had found themselves building a new community. The new neighborhood had a diverse workforce, from bricklayers, rock masons, lawyers, doctors, elected officials, and store owners. The freed slaves started this program called the house raising, and all the freed slaves that had skills would come out and build homes together while the woman brought food and helped watch the kids. By 1901, over 10 houses were scattered throughout the neighborhood and had huge vegetable gardens in the front and backyards. They started calling Nickeltown Nickeltown because you could purchase anything for a nickel. Since Nickeltown sat outside of the city limits, it got ignored by the city of Greenville for some time. It was mostly black, and it had no store, no church, and no school until about 1910, when this guy named James Hall died, and his sons and daughters sold the land to greedy white real estate developers, and they finally started building streets and small lots before World War I. By the mid-1920s, places like Mackle Street would be the dividing line between the white suburbs and black Nickeltown. Although many Nickeltown houses had no electricity and no water and were owned by white slumlords, small African businesses like barbershops, a gas station, a cafe, small grocery stores, and the Missionary Baptist Church still managed to flourish. It had become a self-contained and secure community where blacks could feel safe. By the 1950s, R.E. Hughes built the $800,000 Roosevelt Heights apartments. That's when the Greenville Housing Authority constructed Fieldcrest Homes, the first public housing in Greenville with several hundred apartments. When famous Reverend Jesse Jackson moved there, he said living there was like joining the middle class. By the 1970s, Nickel Elementary burned down and Beck became a middle school. Drugs and crime was everywhere. Cheaply built houses began deteriorating and public housing became downright dangerous. By 1999, HoneyKomb Tekk would be born in Fieldcrest. In the early 2000s, Greenville would be one of the most dangerous cities in America compared to any other cities its size, and still is today. HoneyKomb Tekk would grow up in one of the worst neighborhoods, which is Nickeltown, Greenville, South Carolina, and he would witness a whole lot of street brawls, treachery, and broad day rockouts. By the young ages of 13 or 14, HoneyKomb Tekk would go to juvie for a few years, where he learned how to become a man. He would learn many different skills through the vocation program like carpentry, brick mason, and agriculture. He also had a brother by the name of Mac who did the time with him. By 2017, both brothers would be released from juvie and they would begin working hard and coming up in the wicked Greenville streets. Then one day in May of 2020, HoneyKomb Tekk's brother Mac would be shot dead on Almeida Street in Nickeltown. 3 people were charged for that crime. HoneyKomb Tekk would take the death of his brother very hard. Weeks would fly by and HoneyKomb Tekk would always wonder how and why his older brother got caught slipping, and he was the one who showed him the ropes. HoneyKomb Tekk wasn't the type to let anyone see him down, so he would have to eventually move on. But his older brother always stayed in his mind. He would begin to turn his pain into paper, and at this point, it was no stopping him. He would run that paper out fast. Within 2 years, HoneyKomb Tekk would be on top of his game. HoneyKomb Tekk stayed in a different car or rental, and he kept some of the most expensive shoes and clothes on. According to recent Facebook posts, a whole lot of above average looking women paid their respects to HoneyKomb Tekk after the September 23rd, 2022 shooting off of White House Road in Greenville. Now, allegedly, HoneyKomb Tekk was spotted at a pool hall by this guy who held a grudge towards him for many years. When HoneyKomb Tekk saw that he was being watched, he went to his car. When he got out the car, the shooters would send a barrage of bullets. 2 others would get struck, and HoneyKomb Tekk died on the scene. What's up, Sticks TV? This your boy Marlo. Hey, R.I.P. to Mac and R.I.P. to HoneyKomb Tekk. Now, basically, Greenville, y'all got a 1 out of 20 chance of becoming a victim. You see what I'm saying? In Charleston, you got a 1 out of 16 chances of becoming a victim. And basically what I'm trying to say is the crime rate in Greenville is getting worse. In 2019, y'all had about 40 murders. You see what I'm saying? In 2019, Charleston had about 80 murders. You see what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say is, and I can speak on situations like this because I done been in about 200 plus rockouts in Charleston now, so and I survived them all. You see what I'm saying? I only got shot once. Now, basically, Greenville is on a rise in crime now. You see what I'm saying? And all I trying to say is, we from South Carolina. You feel me? Home of the slaves. You feel what I'm saying? We from South Carolina, home of the slaves, and don't nobody want to see you do better than them. You feel me? Don't nobody want to see you do better than them. And inside HoneyKomb Tekk situation, according to the news now, allegedly, it sounds like he got spotted at the pool hall, or somebody got the drop on him at the pool hall, and when he walked outside, he see them boy and went to the car. You feel what I'm saying? Now, basically in situations like that, you gotta always have somebody in the parking lot watching. You feel me? You gotta always have somebody watching your back, even if they don't come inside the club or the party. You feel what I'm saying? And in certain situations, most people will be stalking you, watching your every move on social media. Now, I don't know if he posts his location or nothing like that now, but basically what I'm saying is, when you a young nigga and you getting that paper and you stay fresh, and I look on bruh social media and he got a lot of love. Love is popularity now for the people who don't know. He got a lot of love, and when you got a lot of love in a place like South Carolina, ain't nobody gonna see you keep growing. And since bro come home from juvie, we been to juvie together, and since bro come home from juvie, I've been watching bro rise. You feel what I'm saying? And if I can watch that, and I from Charleston, just imagine somebody in your town, in your city, watching your every move. Cause where I from, them boy came, and just like in HoneyKomb Tekk situation, sounds like allegedly they couldn't wait to catch bro slipping. You feel me? And Greenville becoming one of the most dangerous cities. So with that being said, anybody who got a little bit of clout, anybody who getting that money, anybody who getting that paper, anybody who stay fresh, you gotta watch your back 24/7 like it's a price on your head. You gotta watch your back 24/7 like it's a price on your head, cause the moment, broad daylight, nighttime, early morning, late night, the moment the ops catch you, they gonna do you, cause they can't accept the fact that you moving up. You see what I'm saying? And it took 3 people to take out Mac. 3 people got arrested for that. And 3 people got arrested for HoneyKomb Tekk. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of cowards and lambs, they can't come at you by themselves. So they gonna come at you as a group, cause they know it gonna get wicked. They know it gonna get wicked if they come by themselves. You feel me? But man, this your boy Marlo, man. R.I.P. to them Anderson brothers, man. I out.